Hey everyone, Huck here. Welcome to the Gunsmith Apprentice. This is the 1893 Spanish Mauser rebuild. I'm a brand new gunsmith apprentice. I know nothing about guns and nothing about smithing, so please come along for the ride. This is a Spanish Mauser 1893, but this one is stamped in the 1920s. Don't really know if that is a restamp or if that's the original manufacturing date of it. Pretty cool logo though. Gonna try to save as much of that as I can if possible. This one's also got some grinding done on the backside. I think that was done so that someone could mount a scope on top of it, but they did not do a good job of making the transitions and everything for it. On the lower receiver right there, you can see lots of pitting, lots of rust, so we're gonna have a fun time trying to get all of that out of there. Gonna use some sandpaper from Home Depot, and I've been told valve lapping compound is gonna help with the fit ups a lot better. We'll get to that one later on though, and right now I'm just gonna start and keep sanding. Now I've been told when you're sanding, you want to always go in the same direction with your strokes, so I'm gonna try to keep it forward to back and go from there. Lots of rust already coming off. Looking at the action a little closer, you can see the inside looks pretty good actually. The threads are not too bad. Look like they're in good shape, should be able to hold pretty well. Or so I'm told. Quick shout out to everyone watching. How's it going? Starting to get a lot shinier here, but still pretty good amount of pitting below. Try to get to some of that pitting. I'm going to take a brush and just some water, old toothbrush here, and see if I can scrub some of it out and maybe see how deep this pitting actually is. Looking pretty good, nice and shiny, but still deep pitting. Gonna try to go to a higher grip for a little bit. Don't want to take too much off of that logo. Made in Canada. I had no idea a sandpaper was made in Canada. Must be why they're known for their beaches. Now looking at the bolt for this one thing I noticed is it does not match up serial number to serial number for it. I believe it still is an 1893 bolt, so that shouldn't be a problem, but the concern would be about the fit up of it. And since the bolt, the lugs on the sides of the bolt right there, are the only thing that's holding the bolt in as it's being fired, you want to make sure that you have a good fit up and you don't get any shear that comes off of those. So it slides in, turns into place, and then the locking lugs hold it back right there as it's fired. And I want to make sure that there's a good solid seating on there, and I've been told to use some valve lapping compound to make sure that it slides right in and has a good fit up so one of the bolts isn't doing, or one of the lugs isn't doing more work than the other one. Here's a quick demonstration of how it goes in, if I can work it out with the camera. Almost there. There we go. Sliding on in. Nice in place. Turn it to lock it. And don't worry, I made sure the action was not loaded before I pointed it at my camera. Little slop, but I don't think it would be too big of an issue after some of the compound on there. So I've been told I only need to put on a little bit of this stuff Just a tiny little bit goes a long way. So, but I've never used it before, so we'll see what goes on. Pop to open. Oh god, that's way more than I need. I didn't even think about putting gloves on before all this. Thank God for paper towels, right? Quick cleanup. And just a little bit now. Still probably way too much. Oh well. If this stuff's toxic and you know it's toxic, please let me know. I don't know if I should be doing this with my hands open and exposed or if I should be throwing gloves on or not. So I'm just going to rub this back and forth just to try to get those two surfaces nice and seated on each other. It's going to take many applications, a lot of slow and steady process with this, so I'll keep going and keep cleaning it off and try not to get too much of it on there, even though I probably am using way too much of it. Getting a little shinier on the sides there. Must mean we're removing some material from there. Looking pretty good. At this point I was kind of concerned that only one of those is actually, one end of that lug is getting a little bit, so I was like, oh, maybe I can target it with some sandpaper and get that. But then I thought better of it. I was like, I don't know if this is actually doing anything. This Canadian sandpaper from Home Depot, I don't know if it was the best idea to get the cheapest sandpaper I could find. Getting there. Sometimes I feel like I just need to stare at it for a while, you know. There we go. And I'm good. Look on the inside, see if we can get a little bit of the shinier spots right there. You can kind of see where some material came off in there. And so I'm still not exactly stoked on how deep the pits are on this thing. Not really sure if I should take them all the way out or how far in I should go, but just decided that what the hell, I'm still sanding, I might as well do some more sanding, right? And go with a higher grit. After doing more research and looking back, I realized that the sponge is probably not the best material to go with for it, as it's kind of hard to control how the shapes conform and whatnot with it. So right here I'm just going to the backside of where the safety attaches to the firing pin, just trying to polish that up a little bit and see how I can get it going. Just by hand it's going to be kind of hard to get this to be a good clean finish, so we'll see how we can do from now. Pretty stiff spring. Firing pin looks like it's in pretty good shape though. Oh my god. And yep, that's probably a sign that this should be an end for today's episode. Yeah. Alright, I'll catch you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.